Hey, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. If you've been following the Roloff family or have ever watched Little People, Big World, then today's video will probably interest you. We're going to talk about Tori Roloff and Zach Roloff, what's been going on with their marriage, the rumors about divorce, and the talk online about Zach possibly being arrested. There's been a lot of confusion and misleading headlines, so we're going to walk through everything together and try to make sense of what's really happening and what's just speculation. For anyone unfamiliar with them, Zach and Tori Roloff are a couple who became widely known through their appearances on the long-running TLC reality show Little People, Big World. Zach is the son of Matt and Amy Roloff, who started the show back in 2006 to give people a look at their lives as a family living with dwarfism. Zach, who has dwarfism, eventually met Tori on the family's pumpkin farm. They fell in love, got married in 2015, and have since welcomed 3 children, Jackson, Lila, and Josiah. Over the years, fans watched their relationship grow, saw them become parents, and supported them through many personal and family changes. Things seemed pretty solid for a long time, but sometime around late 2023 and early 2024, people began noticing some tension. At least, that's how it appeared on social media. Tori started sharing posts that hinted she was overwhelmed. She'd talk about how hard life was sometimes, how much work she was doing with the kids, and how exhausted she felt. A few fans started speculating that something might be wrong in her marriage. They noticed that Zach wasn't appearing as often in her posts, or that she seemed less cheerful in videos. Those small observations quickly turned into big rumors. Suddenly, there were headlines all over the internet claiming Tori and Zach were separating or getting a divorce. What made things worse is that Tori and Zach didn't say anything publicly right away. Their silence allowed speculation to grow. Some gossip blogs began reporting that they were already living separately. Others even went as far as saying Zach had cheated or that Tori was planning to move out with the kids. None of those stories were backed up with any real proof, but the rumors spread fast, especially on YouTube and TikTok. Then, in the middle of all that talk, something else started popping up online. Some people started claiming that Zach Roloff had been arrested. The stories were vague. Some just said he was taken into custody. Others mentioned drug trafficking, which seemed completely out of character based on everything we know about him. But the worst part was that many of these videos and articles didn't provide any proof, no arrest record, no mugshot, nothing official from law enforcement. Despite the lack of evidence, those rumors went viral too. It didn't help that there were a few edited videos showing what looked like Zach in a tense situation, but they were usually taken out of context. Some were even old clips from the show twisted into something they weren't. A few YouTube creators made entire videos around the idea of Zach being in serious legal trouble, even though there was never anything concrete to support it. Now, let's take a step back and look at what's actually confirmed. First of all, as of the time I'm recording this, Tori and Zach are still legally married. There has been no official divorce filing, no statement from either of them confirming a separation, and certainly no confirmation of a divorce. Tori herself has even responded to some of the rumors in the past. Back when this talk first started heating up, she shared an Instagram story, saying that the speculation was hurtful and not based in truth. She said very clearly that she loved her husband and that people should stop trying to create drama where there wasn't any. So, why are people still talking about it? Honestly, it's probably because Tori and Zach have pulled back from being in the public eye. They haven't been on TV recently. After season 25 of Little People, Big World, they stepped away from the show. They said they wanted to focus on their family and have more privacy. Without regular updates from them, fans started to fill in the blanks on their own. And unfortunately, when people don't hear from you directly, they often assume the worst. Tori and Zach did start a podcast earlier this year called Raising Heights. In that podcast, they talked a little bit about their family life, parenting challenges, and personal goals. But even that show recently went on hiatus. They posted one last episode in June before announcing that they were taking a break for the summer. Again, no mention of divorce, just a simple explanation that they needed some time off to recharge. If you listen to their episodes, you can tell that they're dealing with some real-life stress. Tori has talked openly about her mental health. She's admitted to feeling stretched thin and dealing with anxiety. She's a mom of 3 kids under 7, and she's doing a lot. Zach has also been working behind the scenes and dealing with some lingering health issues from past surgeries. They're both tired, like many young parents are. But nothing in their words suggests they're angry with each other or preparing to split up. As for the arrest rumors, again, there's no record anywhere of Zach being arrested. No police department has confirmed it. No charges, no court dates. Nothing that supports the idea that he's been in trouble with the law. All of the videos suggesting otherwise seem to be either clickbait or outright false. And it's unfortunate because these kinds of rumors can really hurt a person's reputation, especially when they're not based on anything real. It's also worth remembering that just because someone takes a break from the spotlight doesn't mean their life is falling apart. Sometimes people need to step away for their mental health for family reasons or just because they're tired of being on camera. Tori and Zach were on TV for almost 20 years. That's a long time to have your life on display. It's totally reasonable for them to want some privacy now, especially with 3 young kids to raise. It's easy to see how stories like this get started. One photo without a wedding ring. One Instagram post that sounds a little emotional. One skipped podcast episode. Suddenly, it turns into a whole narrative. But we have to be careful not to confuse privacy with problems. Just because someone isn't posting daily updates doesn't mean something is wrong. It might mean they're doing just fine and don't feel the need to share everything. Another thing to consider is how damaging these rumors can be, especially for their kids. Jackson and Lila are old enough now that they may hear things online or from friends. Imagine being a child and hearing strangers say your dad was arrested when it's not true, or that your parents are getting a divorce when they're not. These kids deserve to grow up without the weight of fake news hanging over their heads. And the same goes for Tori and Zach. They deserve to navigate their challenges without being judged by people who don't know the full story. So, what can we expect going forward? Honestly, probably more silence. I don't think Tori and Zach are interested in feeding the rumor mill. If they do decide to share something major, it'll likely come from them directly, maybe on their podcast, maybe on Instagram. Until then, we need to respect their space. If they're still together, great. If they're going through something, the internet can be a great place for connection and entertainment, but it can also be a place where misinformation spreads like wildfire. That's why it's so important to double-check sources, look for facts, and not jump to conclusions based on one dramatic headline. Tori and Zach have been through a lot over the years, from public attention to family disagreements to raising children with medical challenges. They've stayed strong through it all, and I think they deserve the benefit of the doubt. If you're a fan of the Roloffs, the best thing you can do is be patient and kind. Don't share rumors that haven't been confirmed. Don't assume the worst just because someone seems distant online. Everyone has their own pace and their own reasons for sharing or not sharing their life publicly. Tori and Zach are no different. In closing, let's remember that rumors aren't reality. There's no official divorce. There's no arrest. Just a couple who's taking some time out of the spotlight and doing their best. Maybe they'll come back with new episodes or updates in the fall. Maybe they'll decide to stay private. Either way, they've given fans years of memories and deserve some peace as they figure out what's next. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful or feel like it gave you some clarity, please give it a like and subscribe for more grounded, fact-based updates. Drop a comment below if you've seen any of these rumors online or want to share your thoughts. See you in the next one.